Most people ruin your life. At the end of the day, people should be one of two things, but very similar. People should be bouncing up and down with energy and joy because that's our natural state. Anything that's not from our natural state is deflected in a engrossed or lower state of how we naturally are. So the difference between A and B, 1 and 2, would be people should be bouncing up and down with joy and exuberance, aka energy, uncontrolled, which would be fine because you're still having fun and enjoying life, full of joy. And 2 would be controlled. So yes, you can control it. The only thing about being out of control is, well, you're out of control. So the perfect example of this is a baby, a kid, because a kid is not in control. Whereas you progress as an adult, you become more in control, but you also, for most people, become more obedient, so to speak. Whereas a kid, they're unobedient. And we'll get into that in a second. But the kid is just full of joy. When it's full of joy, it doesn't matter where it's at. And this is the best example I can show you, because I can't go into the world and show you examples of this because most people don't and aren't experiencing this. They're not displaying this. It's pretty much the opposite. You can tell when someone's having a good life or having fun just by looking at them. You don't need to analyze it. You don't need to go down a checklist. If someone's having fun, they're going to be smiling. They're going to be jumping around. And they're just going to be living their life. You're going to see it and feel it. Most people aren't feeling it, so they're not going to feel it. They're going to more so see it, but people can't even see it because they're so bogged down by their own mind and regulations and stipulations in their head. It's literally weighing down on this, what I was talking about at the beginning. Instead of being free and lighthearted, this society, this weight is weighing you down and your mind's engrossing you, so you're not actually living out your life. Living out your life doesn't mean you need to do anything. It's just actually living, and you're putting life to no matter what you do. Yeah. So in babies, that's why everyone loves babies. Everyone loves babies because everything is spirit, but baby is such embodied in spirit. It's not following a guru. It's not reading a religious book like the Bible. It's not going to church. All that is bullshit. Because it's not. If we were to really be full of fun and enjoying our lives, there would be none of that. Now there's all this stuff, but it also corrupts people. And then it's used for corruption. 75% of it, basically, I would say. But anyways, there is some good in the little bits of it. It doesn't matter if, I'm not even going to go there, but so when you actually go out, what do you actually see? For the most part, you see zombies. You see people are dead, whether it's numb, whether it's a bunch of pills, whatever it is. People are so domesticated like cattle on a farm. But even the cattle on the farm, even though they're domesticated, and even animals in the zoo, they still have some vigor, some vigor into them. Whereas humans are just so dumbed down, basically, and out of life. You know what I mean? So why am I saying this? To some degree, it can be hard to be yourself or show this exuberance as a kid because, yeah, a kid will go in a store, and I'm talking about more so a baby, not a teenager and adolescent, so to speak. They'll just go in, they'll have so much fun. They'll have so much fun at the house. But then the parents will be like, oh, you can't do that. Shut up. Be quiet. I don't want to hear you talk right now. And this, to a little kid showing this anger, they pretty much absorb it and it stays with them. And this is why, hence, they grow up. They grow up in the shell. Oh, I'm so shy. I'm a hermit. I don't believe 75%. Most people aren't hermits. Most people aren't shy. That's not the real you. Not saying there is shy people. There is, but there's way too many shy people and way too many hermits. I don't agree with that. And I personally don't like them. I've just been around it all my life. It's not my favorite type of people. In fact, most people are like that. I don't enjoy that. I've been around it, but there's nothing wrong with it. But anyways, you see how the kid gets to be itself, but then the parents beat it down because they're beat down themselves. So the kid grows up beat down. Anyways, society the way it is, I understand that a lot of people are quiet. A lot of people are so caged in their own body. They're not expressing how they feel, and there's no joy. If you see joy when it's there, it's living, it's everywhere. It's not just in a church. It's not just when you go on a retreat. It's with you. It's not just in the corporation, business offices. Bullshit. You should be having fun, exuberant all the time. The world is basically a myth because everybody's locked down and there's all these parameters, society and civilization, which is a distort of the real thing, wants you to be this person, wants you to be a caged animal. They want you to follow all these laws, and dilemmas. Everyone thinks you should act like this or do this. There's no life in everybody. Most people are acting the same. So again, it's like the land of the dead. We should be full of joy, bouncing around to a point where we can't even contain it. And then, to some degree, you learn to contain it, or you're already in control. Those two are better than anything. It doesn't get better than that. People are just, they're so down, they're so bogged down, fogged, whatever. And it is sad to see. And then when you see this all the time, it like becomes kind of your reality for the common person. It becomes your reality. You think this is how reality is, how it should be. And then you think it's the future too, because that's what's going on. People should be so having fun, unless you're chronically sick or super messed up, which same thing pretty much. Even a guy in a wheelchair can experience fun and celebrate. Not this shell of a life. Most people ruin your life, and you can see this externally because it can have an effect on you inwardly, and it does, and it's true for most people. Most people are living in the shell of a life they are, and abiding by this nonsense society spewing out movies and yada yada yada, TV shows, how life's supposed to be. Actually, that's not at all. People don't like the fact, I'll leave you with this. People don't like the fact to see fun and be celebratory and be enjoyed. They don't like to see you have it because then they wonder why they don't have it. And that could go spur off to a bunch of things. But it's more so the fact that, you know, they don't like that you have it necessarily. That could be something else too. I forget what I was going to say, that last one. But it doesn't matter because I've already hit the point more than enough. It's like people are so caged up, they want you to be at their level, they want you to resonate at their level. Oh, okay, what I was saying is, people can't see this, they don't even want to believe it. Oh no, 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 I can't believe it, that person's having too much fun. This, no, 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 that's not it. We got to be bogged down and work our whole entire lives. Work is literally a distraction for you to get to this point. It literally is. Because this is the true essence and your true being. Have a nice one.